Hello, Bernard Trail students, staff, and hopefully a few parents. My name is Jerry Chadwick, and I am the interim principal at Bernard Trail. I hope most of the students will remember me from my time there in January and February. I came back on April 1st, but it is very different. Why? Because you're not there, and the staff is not there. Even I'm not there. I've only been in the building once for about 15 minutes just to pick up some files. I hope you're all safe and well and practicing social distancing and washing your hands very regularly and staying at home to be safe. Today, as part of our remote learning, I'm going to share a book with you. It's one of my favorite books, and it's called My Papa Lost His Lucky. This book is written by David Bouchard. David is Métis. He's a retired principal. He is a recipient of the Order of Canada for his commitment to literacy and learning, and he is my friend. David and I first met at a conference in Thunder Bay. He was there as the guest speaker talking about reading, and he was sharing some of his books with us. One of the books he read to us was My Papa Lost His Lucky. After the conference, I stayed behind to talk to David and to tell him how much his book had moved me. He then took the book, signed it to Jerry from my new friend, David Bouchard, and handed it to me. And we've been friends ever since. After I have read you the book, I'm going to talk a little bit more about David and his reasons for writing this particular book. But before the book, just some reminders. Please be safe, be kind to each other, to your parents and other family members, and to yourself. Now let's get to My Papa Lost His Lucky. My Papa Lost His Lucky by David Bouchard, illustrated by José Basilion. The first thing that I ever lost was Molly, my small teddy bear. I always kept her right beside my cozy, soft, pink, fuzzy chair. But something bad had happened. When I looked, she'd somehow disappeared. I called out for my papa, who was always somewhere near. Come sit with me, my princess. Let's go cuddle in my chair. That special place of magic. You will feel much better there. Let's wipe those tears and make a plan. You tell me what to do to change that frown into a smile. You know how I love you. The next thing that I somehow lost was something he gave me. A book about a boy who fell in love with an old tree. I know I put it back with all the other books I had, but someone must have taken it. He sensed that I was sad. Come sit with me, my princess. Grandpa walked me to his chair. That special place of magic. I would feel much better there. Let's wipe those tears and make a plan. You tell me what to do to change that frown into a smile. You know how I love you. I cried for days, made such a fuss. My mom finally agreed that I was big enough to have my ears pierced. All I'd need was Papa there to hold my hand, to get me through the pain. We hurried back to his big house. We walked home in the rain. I can still hear his voice saying, "Come sit with me, my princess. Let's go cuddle in my chair. That special place of magic. You will feel much better there. Let's wipe those tears and make a plan. You tell me what to do to change that frown into a smile. You know how I love you." And he was there that special day when I lost my first tooth. I wouldn't let another near. Who cared if it was loose? only one I trusted was a big old gray-haired man who knew just how to cheer me, who took me by the hand. Come sit with me, my princess. Grandpa walked me to his chair. Our special place of magic. You will feel better there. Let's wipe those tears and make a plan. You tell me what to do to change that frown into a smile. You know how I love you. My papa lived all by himself. My Nana had died young. He'd lived alone with Lucky. She'd been there since I was one. Me and him and her, just us, the three of us, a team. I can't remember him alone, not even in my dreams. Papa had to move out to a kind of special place with people all around his age. I can still see his face as he sat me high upon his knee to tell me all was fine. I saw something in his old eyes that made me want to cry. And there you can see Papa in his new place. Come sit with me, my princess. Papa took me to his chair, our special place of magic. We would feel much better there. I had to give up Lucky. Papa turned his eyes away. He tried to keep on talking, but he'd little more to say. My papa lost his Lucky, and I still don't know what to say. He sits all day in his big chair. At times I hear him pray for Nana and for Molly. She's still my favorite bear. They took my papa's Lucky. He is all alone in there. I come each day to visit, read our books and play our games, but Papa doesn't smile so much. He's somehow not the same. Until I mention Lucky, it's like turning on a light. They took my papa's Lucky, and I don't think that was right. Come sit with me, my papa. Let's go cuddle in your chair. That special place of magic. We will feel much better there. Let's wipe our tears and make a plan. Please tell me what to do to change your frown into a smile. You know how I love you. My daddy called the pound today to see that all was right. It seems that Lucky fell quite ill. It started the first night. She wouldn't eat a single thing. She just laid down and died. It's the first time in my life I've seen my daddy cry. My papa lost his Lucky, and I don't know what to say. He sits all day in our big chair. At times I hear him pray for Nana and for Molly. She's still my favorite bear. They took my papa's Lucky, and I know that wasn't fair. My Papa Lost His Lucky by David Bouchard. I hope you enjoyed My Papa Lost His Lucky. As I told you, it's one of my all-time favorite books. I also told you that I was going to tell you more about David and why he wrote this particular book. But then I thought while I was reading, why should I tell you? Maybe I can get David to tell you himself. Hey David, are you there?
Hi, Jerry. I am. I'm right here. Can you see me? All right. Well, listen, I just wanted to say how thrilled and honored I am that you're using my book. And kids, the book is one of my most special ever. It's a true story about how my dad was in an old folks home and he was dying and he wanted to keep his dog and they said he couldn't keep his dog. And he called me and he was crying and he said, "Son, they won't let me keep my dog." I said, "Well, I'll take her, Dad." And he said, "I don't want you to have her, David. I want to have her." And I said, "What do you want me to do?" And he said, "Do what you've always done." And children, I've always thought that the stories can change the world, and they can. Stories can really make a difference in the world. So I did what I always do. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I sat down and I wrote My Papa Lost His Lucky. And when I was done writing it, I went over to where my dad lived in this condo with all these old people, and I read it to them. I read them the story that you're reading now, My Papa Lost His Lucky. And when I was done reading it, they all kind of looked at me real quiet like, and somebody said, "I'd like to make a motion. I'd like to make a motion that we allow to have seniors, like Mr. Bouchard, to have little dogs and cats in our establishment." And they were all sitting around the table. There were 16, and 13 of them voted to change the regulations. And my dad got to keep his pup. I know. It's the cutest story ever. Best thing that's ever happened to me. Okay, well, I hope you like it. It's a true story, and it's also true that I'm so, so honored that you're using my book. Thank you.